fever of 105 and a regular heartbeat.
Is this normal after defibrillation? Or did I?
You saved his life. That's what you did.
What's going on?
He's got a short circuit in his powers. It's compromising his nervous system.
Well, we need to get him to the hospital.
We can't. The ASA is looking for us. So is Lady E's old cartel, and not to mention the 100.
He'll make it. I know he will.
Black Lightning was a character that was created by DC Comics back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Pretty iconic for the 70s. But I wanted to get a sense from you, playing this character, did you check out the comics? Did you kind of go into that as research for you? Or did you kind of go to it like, I'm just going to approach this open?
Well, I mean, you know, first I started from the first script, and I mean the first script just made the hair in the back of my neck stand up, and the characters were so clear and the world was so clear. I kind of knew where to go, but then after the fact, I did get into all the different iterations of the comic book from the 70s, the 90s, 2000s, and realized that we were really taking from every version and creating a new thing.
You know, you guys in many ways, you did something very unique. And in a world where there's, you know, Avengers, Infinity Wars coming out, there's tons of, the superheroes are everywhere nowadays. You guys reverse engineered the superhero story. This story starts with Cress's Black Lightning. I don't think I'm giving it away. He's kind of given up the game. And he's trying to raise a family, 2 daughters. There's issues in his marriage, et cetera, et cetera. Why did you guys decide to take that approach of a hero who kind of returns as opposed to emerges?
Well, I wanted to talk about the idea of being pulled back into your community. A superhero who had given it up for, like you said, his daughters, his marriage. Powers are not necessarily, when I looked out into the world, it seems like powers were always positive. There was just, that's great, right? I got powers. And I wanted to show sort of the other side of powers is that they can take away from you as well, and that it can be a burden. So we wanted to start him in a place where he had sort of pushed all of that to the side and was pulled back into the world and reluctantly became a hero again. And I thought that would be a great place to start.
In essence, it's 2 origin stories, but
Yeah.
also we wanted to parallel it and connect with the audience. I think at a time in our country, in our world, where it seems you do feel hopeless, like what's going on, that we can, to Salim's point, there are pros and cons of being a hero, which is, I think, the question we ask ourselves all the time. Where am I in this fight for justice? Where am I in this fight for fairness? Where am I in this fight for humanity?
To talk about America 2018, and then Black Lightning is very much a show of America 2018, you guys have got a tremendous reaction. I mean, every week when the show is on, Twitter just blows up with Black Lightning. And I see you guys reacting. You're talking to people, and other characters are talking. How important is that to you, to add that connection to the fan base, that connection to the viewers in real time every week?
What really sort of makes me feel good is the idea that people are actually watching. And so I always say that the biggest reward I could get out of this is come, you know, Halloween, that I see little black boys, little brown girls, little black girls dressed up. Because I can remember in Halloween, when I was a kid, you know, I remember the day that I loved Batman, and I would dress up like Batman, and you would put this mask on. But what I realized as a kid is that the facial features, the color of the mask didn't match my hands. And so I put on gloves to make it look, you know, so I was hiding my skin in order to fit in. In this way, no young black boy, no young black girl, no young gay black girl needs to hide their skin anymore.